Okay, bro, I was trading today some solid stuff. I want to show you everything, especially with the higher time frame, because I can show you all of this stuff and want you to really like understand deeply stuff that I'm about to show you. Okay, you see the blue? Make sure you see what I'm showing you. This is the daily chart on Euro. You see the blue over here? This is a bullish fair value gap, right? And this is a bearish fair value that flipped. So this is an inversion fair value and this is bullish fair value. And now if you are bearish, you want to see that bullish fair value get like broken and uses a resistance. And before you see that, you want to see it like the algo respecting it, especially the 50% level, the start level, the 50% and the 0%. You want to see it get respected, and it's important to look at like mostly the higher time frame fair values and the higher time frame OBs, because these are the ones that gonna give you like the best reactions. So if now we're gonna come all the way to here, this is the 4 hours. Watch the reaction here. Watch how like they wicked below to get to the inversion. But yeah, like overall found support on it after, you know, got rejected. The body tell you the cancel, the story. The bodies tell you the story. Okay, then took liquidity, went down. If you're gonna look here, you see like this is some algorithm stuff, like when you have boom, then come a little bit higher, then boom, breaking. Like, you know, once support, now resistance, only like with real stuff. Yeah, and then like, you know, gets broken again, a little resistance, then again fill it up, going down and going higher, playing on the 50%. Basically what I'm trying to show you is that it's there is big respect, you know, big respect on these levels. You see how over here, once it, you know, swept some liquidity, went below, shoot high, had the body closure above. Let me delete this. Had the body closure above, then you can look for, you know, the wick down to take liquidity into that zone, and it can be a support. So you see it getting really respected. This is like it's a daily level, you know. Over here as well, boom, look at the bodies. Look at the bodies. This is a new week opening gap. It's also get respected. This is another new previous day week opening gap. Then okay, this is Monday. This price action is Monday. So they went a little bit below, went up, and touched the previous week opening gap. And I want you to see that from up close to the peep. Cannot make this stuff up. And yeah, and then a little bit went down. And now pro tip, this big candle, this was news release. The OB that come up and created by news, and the fair value that created by news, it usually ain't gonna hold anything, and it's gonna get swept, usually even the next day. So you see that OB, a lot of people see it as a strong OB with imbalance. It's not. It's a news release, so usually the next day it's gonna get swept. Now you see this is your you know, how to calculate premium and stuff. So we were above the 50% the next day. That's all you need to know. And above the 50% there was like this imbalance on the 4 hours, and if you go on the 1 hour, you can refine it to this imbalance, because this imbalance is also on the 4 hour and also on the 1 hour. So it's not just when you look at this type of imbalance, it's not just a 1 hour imbalance, it's a 4 hour imbalance, it's a 1 hour imbalance instead of a 4 hour imbalance. So it's very strong. So basically price you know, swept Monday. First off, this is Monday, we went and swept Monday in Asia, and we swept Asia high into the imbalance, displace lower, boom, break lower, and you see how that previous week opening gap was used as a little bit of resistance here. Look at the candles. This is 1 hour candle. Look how they close. So when it's gonna get broken after sweeping liquidity and getting into premium and touching imbalance, and it's on Tuesday, where Tuesday can make a high of the week. Why? Same reason why London a lot of the time make high of the day. You see, this was in London, like Frankfurt, London. Why? Because you have Asia, then you had the manipulation of London, and then a breakdown, and then New York either like retrace and fall, or just like retrace, you know. So same thing, only on a weekly. So let's say this is Monday, then this is like Tuesday, then no, this is Tuesday, then like this is Wednesday, and then let's say you have Thursday reversal, then you have Friday a little you know, consolidation. So Tuesday was your high of the week, and the week was bearish. So this is like your main manipulation. And the day after, on Wednesday, which on Wednesday was a continuation of the move here. You see, that wasn't news release Tuesday. So all of this drop is some real stuff, you know, because this is some bullshit, because this is news. That's why it's important to know all of this stuff. So we reached premium, and if you're gonna look, let's say on the daily again, follow me. If you're gonna look on the daily again, no, let's say 4 hours, you see all of like that liquidity here, it got swept here, boom. So it got swept next week and fell. And there's reasons why I was very suspicious of that price section here, but I'm gonna get into it too much right now. I just wanna get to you till the setup that I took today. But the main thing I wanted to show you is the new week opening gap and the inversion fair value, cause that's why also, you know, what is our setup like over here. Wait, let's go on the 1 minute, because I want to show you a day where our setup went perfectly well, really perfectly, even though it didn't seem like it will go that good, but it did. Actually now, like, you know, in retrospect, it looked pretty solid. Have Asia, taken Asia, you don't sell yet. On this type of price section, you don't sell, you look for displacement. What you want to see in a displacement? Fair value gap. Over here, you see? I want you to notice how all of this price section, not one fair value, but this, boom, displays lower, broke a lot of structure, fair value gap, and order block here. You know, so I didn't enter here because I was still pretty suspicious, but in theory this is a good entry around here. But like when it make another displacement and creating another order block, you see, like if I will you know, creating another order block with another fair value, right? I enter somewhere around here in the retracement here, and it was a really testing day personally, because it's like it kept coming back to my where I sold, you know, like let's say I sold somewhere around here, stop loss around somewhere here, let's say I took a lot of the profit like at around here, like at 1 to something, and then you see how it kept coming back, testing us, you know, and then you had another huge displacement here, came back, boom, started dying, and let's say over here this is your silver bullet, 3 AM silver bullet fair value. Technically your stop loss needed to be somewhere around here, because if you see all of that liquidity, right? That week came, took all that liquidity, touched the imbalance once again here, broke, created another imbalance. So you can enter somewhere like this, stop loss like this, and you know, start targeting. I'm gonna go over targeting right now. But yeah, this is your silver bullet. The reason why you're gonna be looking for sales, because you already see the smart money reversal here. You already see the displacement. You already see the respect of the OBs. You already see that we came into higher time frame premium. You know, you already see all of that. That's why the silver bullet is so powerful, because it's like after the fact. You know, what you're gonna do after the fact, after everything is done. Yeah, so that's where our setup worked perfectly. And remember, one of the reasons why it worked perfectly, first off, is the day of the week, Tuesday. Secondly, we took liquidity and displaced strongly. Thirdly, we went into premium, higher time frame premium. What I mean, like if we go on the 1 hour, this was here. We went into this fair value, and from this leg, from here to here, this is a premium here. So you went into higher time frame premium, and you swept liquidity, and you displaced, you know, good. That's why it works so well. The higher time frame gonna increase the probability like crazy. Because if I wasn't aware of the higher time frame and I was still like a new trader, I might have taken a buy here instead of seeing it was actually sales. What gave it away for me, it was actually sales. You see that blue stuff? This is the daily bullish fair value gap that now it became inversion. So you see how it gets respected, played on 50%, broken, look at these touches, boom, broken, boom, touch exactly. Yeah, now going higher, take liquidity, and then you see over here, look how it respected by the algo. And then I came and I see on Asia that Asia did this. Asia touched like the top of it and went down, and also Asia came into another premium, above the 50% of the previous day range and a fair value of the previous day, right? And if you put, let's say, this stuff on this fair value, you see how it reacted on the 50% of the 1 hour fair value on a premium 1 hour fair value, and touched the upper portion of the daily inversion fair value. So when I saw this, and I saw Asia like going down, and look, right now we're going higher. So let me see something. Yeah, but I was already getting out. But if you're gonna go over it, you see I have it marked over here. Let me delete it for now. Let me show you first the sell, and then I will go on at why it bind and where you could have taken it, because it's like was pretty clean, the bind as well. I just really wanted them to take this low, previous day low around here, but it didn't. It just took most of this stuff and was okay with it. Yeah, let me show you the silver bullet and then an evolving silver bullet. Okay, so I saw around here that we found resistance around that point of the... Wait, let me delete this. Okay, now it's cleaner. Let me delete that. Okay, so I saw that we found resistance on the bottom of the fair value, and I saw, let's say, if you look on the 5 minute, I saw we created, after we touched here, I saw we created a 5 minute OB with fair value, and then on 3 AM exactly, they went and rejected the exact starting point of the 5 minute OB with the fair value. So this is your silver bullet. So then let me turn on executions. You see where I entered? I entered really high, and like over here I bought, because you saw I wrote buys over here, because this is a 15 minutes fair value, and yeah, and I said like buys over here, and I want to show you all of this stuff, but first off focus on the selling, because you saw how we went down, boom, like some people, you know, there wasn't no displacement, wasn't no nothing, we created this OB. This is a pretty weak change of character, and when I saw over here that's get broken, I bought on this fair value. But when I saw you know, it's get disrespected, the 15 minutes fair value that I had marked, when I saw it like get disrespected, like touched, and then, you know, going down and like touch it, and like, and I saw the perfect reaction here with the fair value, I figured this is our silver bullet. So I entered here, like I first bought, but then I flipped the trade, which is really powerful, because it's like, you know, you can flip the trade, you know, you can buy and then flip to sells, if you like, you know how to see when the algo, you know, where the algo is gonna reach. And also I used like I didn't put it on, but I can see, you know, we were in optimal trade entry of this order block, and yeah, and I thought like, oh, Tuesday high of the week, and then like over here I flipped the trade, because you know why? I saw this, and I saw this, and I saw it already getting flipped and turning into a bearish order block, bearish breaker. Like I saw it already doing, you know, something like that, and that's what happened, you know, like I sold, and then like over here I bought a little bit back. Let me see if they can show me. You see over here, let's see, I sold 10 million. I think 10 million was like the final sell or something. Yeah, over here I bought 10 million, over here I sold 10 million, like I flipped it, and then over here I bought like 2 million to secure, because I want to show you like how I took my profits. And around here you saw like the lows, you know, when you take some liquidity there's a chance for a flip. So I took another 3 million and another 2 million, you know, and the least I took over here, all of the rest, I think this is 5 million. And also, if let's say I was holding here, I just like, when I'm in tune with the markets, I get really like, because you see how I bought here the final thing, and then it turned on me. This is usually happen when I'm really in tune with the market. And also, remember what I told you about implied fair value gap? 50% of that week, 50% of that week, 50% to 50%. Wait, 50% to 50%. This is your implied fair value gap. So remember, we're still in the silver bullet. Let me put line to when the silver bullet starts and when the silver bullet ends. Yeah, so over here we're seeing a silver bullet, and it's still pretty early, like it can still flip on you. And one big thing you can use to know if it's gonna flip on you or not, you look for market structure shift, right? The most basic one that is really solid. So you see that, you see a low, a high. You see we took the low, then we broke the high, fair value gap, order block, could have entered here. Like I wanted the previous day low to get taken, but they didn't took it, but they took like a lot of the liquidity below here and below here. And let me turn down the executions. Below here and below here, and just, if we're gonna put, let's say this, Claim around the 50% of that week. But honestly, I don't think this sell gonna be, this buy gonna be anything serious. But I'm not sure. We're now touching the 1 hour fair value. So now it's like getting interesting. That's why you gotta know the higher time frame points. Yeah, so I sold around here, took the profits, and over here, let's say for you, cause yeah, let's say for you, like cause it will take you probably some time to get good with really detecting reversals. So I want you to look for buys mainly after we take this, like the previous day lows, you know, especially when it's real money, and like, you know, you don't need to look for the fancy trades or stuff. You don't got nothing like to prove. You feel me? So yeah, this is like, let's say we took it, market structure shift, silver bullet time, you know, like you can buy, you know, around here. Stop loss you can put somewhere around here. Target, for me personally, I will put my first target around the 50% of that leg, because even if we were gonna do something like this and drop, we're gonna get to the premium, and over here you got a breaker and fair value. So just to get all the way there, it's already like 1 to 2. Let's say it's gonna enter you somewhere here, so 1 to 5, you know. And when you have another displacement like this one, so the stop loss can be, you know, right now below, somewhere below here, so you make your stop loss smaller. Let's go on the 3-minute. Let's see something. Yeah, you know, when you have a bearish fair value and then it get engulfed, it's usually a sign for reversals. Yeah, and basically if you're gonna go on like institutional order flow, you saw the market structure shift, we swept like the liquidity here, swept the liquidity here. We silver bullet already dropped a lot, and you can have like 2 silver bullets, like you can have 1 silver bullet, and this is the evolving silver bullet for the reversal, you know, fair value. And if you like not sure if that's a real fair value, you can check on Dixie. This is the same stuff on Dixie. Wait, let me check if I'm even recording. Okay, over here, this is the same stuff on Dixie. You see the break the high, break the low, fair value, time and price. So you see over here you have clear fair value. So check this stuff, and over here you could have sold as well. Like on euro, you could have bought. You know, it came to your order block, fair value, premium, and then it just started dropping. You know, like it came into a sell algo, and wait. Actually, wanna check something real quick. Yeah, so you see over here you had a BPR here, bearish fair value, bullish fair value. If the sell algo is really on, it's supposed to break it, and that's it, just break it and find it as a resistance. When it kinda got broken, this shit is done with, you know, like now it's a bit more interesting. Yeah, and also another thing, another important thing, I kind of forgot it, where of the cells, you see new week opening gap high. That's why NWOG means. So I want you to see how, like, you need to think like, let's say you bought, okay, okay, you need to think logically, okay, where do I buy to? And when you see, let's say, a new week opening gap, like the market usually aim for this type of price, new week opening gap, fair values, you know, stuff like that, things that the algo gonna refer to. And when you see it touch exactly the top, break, boom, touch the middle, then break, fair value, then boom, touch the bottom, it's kind of letting you know like that the buys are over and the buys objective were to get to this high of this new week opening gap, and that's where the institution and stuff have fair evaluation of the market and can decide if sell or not, you know. Now it might reverse. The reason why I'm saying it, actually I don't know if it's, yeah, you have order block, but I don't know, honestly. The markets are in a condition that for me I won't wanna hold stuff too long, you know. Yeah, but you see you have that order block, fair value, fair value, order block. Um, yeah, that's never mind for you. Just like, just, you know, it's good to look at Dixie when you trade in euro. It's really helpful. Yeah, so that's how I cut the sales here when everybody, like a lot of people probably was looking for buys, because that's what I wanted to go over with you. Like, because you see around here, like you had this, you had a displacement higher, order block, fair value. Yes, it did work, but it wasn't seeming to me like the main move. And when I was telling myself, okay, this might be the main move, and I bought, I had enough resolve and kind of like understanding that, like, you know, you had that OB over here with the fair value, and it's around the silver bullet time. So the silver bullet, you know, might react to the 5-minute fair value that around here with this order block, and it did. And then it broke, took it, and then it started like buying. And yeah, and then started buying. But the main thing I want to show you is like is that daily fair value gap, a bullish fair value gap that was used as a resistance on Asia. That's how I kind of had a bias that we ain't gonna get to Asia, at least not pretty soon, because Asia got to a premium, right? Asia basically did all the important stuff that London usually do. Got to a premium, touched the fair value. Wait a second. Yeah, touched the fair value. You know, Asia basically did all the interesting things. So, and you had like Dixie new week opening gap above you, so it can be a target. And you had like this double highs. How you say it? Double top liquidity, right? So yeah, just you see how many things there are in a trade, in at least a good trade. Yeah, but this is a breaker. But yeah, right now it's what time is it in? Right now it's where a silver bullet is over. So if you sold here, most of your position, if you didn't already took most of it out, you should take most of it right now, because this is like silver bullet is over. It's 4 a.m. You know, just another point to remember. You see the market kind of start to, that's not the time to trade, at least not just not as clean as the silver bullet stuff. Also, you see that leg, that price leg from here to here, the 50% of it fair value, that was your silver bullet on Dixie. boom, kill shot. That's how I entered on euro, you know, because you just need to get below the 50%, touch the fair value, and it can come high. And over here, that reversal is not convincing. Look, this one, not really convincing. That one was much more convincing. Boom, 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 breakdown, and then again, you know. Yeah, some people don't enter on the first one. I enter on the first one most time, but if sometimes I need more confirmation, you can enter on the second one, especially when you got new week opening gap around here, and still your stop loss gonna be pretty solid, you know, because you don't have to put your stop loss all the way here, because in reality, if it's gonna break above the 50% again, it's probably gonna go the other way. But yeah, you see how it reverses? That's why it's important to know the timing, because this momentum higher started exactly at 4 a.m. So understand why ICT said what it says. Yeah, but it still look pretty. Actually, I don't know. Don't want to say things I'm not sure about. But yeah, I'm just really proud of me for taking like the sell, you know, because there was over here like a potential for buys, but look at that fair value, look at that OB, look at that perfect reaction. You know, look at this, look at that, look at the fact that we came into a premium to fair value gap into, you know, on GU. If you look on the 1 hour, GU, if you put this GU again, get to, you see GU even touch some fib level, the 0.705. This is some golden ICT level, he said. So you have also like maybe a breaker. Yeah, this is an implied fair value. Yeah, so you know, yeah, but it might gonna keep going down, because you see how when it touched the 1 hour fair value, it didn't even came to the 50%. Wait, I don't like to put it that far. Also, always pay attention to the liquidity and who is getting induced in the market, because yeah, over here, boom, you had a smart money reversal, fair value, silver bullet, boom, again, order block 50%. I can just see it regularly, but for you, I want you to put stuff on your chart so you can see it and digest it. Yeah, so you know, silver bullet, boom, displacement, fair value, order block, boom, touch, boom, propulsion block, the less order block to leave a previous order block, the less down candle to leave an order block, another fair value, another displacement, another propulsion block, boom, another order block, whatever, call it an order block, doesn't matter. 50%, 50%, 50%, 50%, you know, and then it runs. But after that, while it be running, it do be creating liquidity, you know, so notice that. So when it touches like a 1 hour, fair value, pay attention. And you know, it touched it on 4, exactly when the silver bullet is over. And now what is it doing? It's looking like it want to reverse. It might not reverse, but I'm just saying. Now if it was 5 a.m, because I don't be trading this time, but if it was like 5 a.m, yeah, it's gonna reverse. Look like it's gonna reverse, because also all of this price action is weak. I don't know, I might be wrong. That's why you always look for a clear displacement. See this, boom, you wanna see something clear, boom, that might be your your breaker in the future. Yeah, but if it's gonna break it, it might gonna keep running a bit higher till 5 a.m. at least. Yeah, also Dixie touched that order block here. So what did I do? Yeah, I don't know. Looks still bearish, if you see that. Looks still bearish. Like, I'm just going over things with you, like trying to like analyzing the markets with you and seeing stuff on a lot of direction. Because if you see, that is your 1 hour fair value, we touched exactly it, and that is your 5-minute breaker, touch the 50%. So now if we bearish, we should drop right now if we are bearish. Now we on this order block. When did order block, like if it gets swept, that's the interesting stuff, you know. But that's why I don't be trading these times. You saw how we found support on that 15 minutes fair value. 15 minutes fair value, order block. Yeah, going down. So people who got for the sell, you can like hold it, and let's say you hold it all the way here. Now you can put it like your stop loss in a profit somewhere, let's say above the 5-minute breaker here. So you still in profit, you still took most of the position off, so you good. Like you paid yourself, you're eating good. But at the same time, you still like put it in on a reasonable place. Like if it comes above the 5-minute breaker, like the low, high, lower low, the less down candle before the sweep of liquidity and break, then it's probably gonna reverse. Like it's probably gonna not a strong bearish. And yeah, that's just what I see. But yeah, it's looking like it definitely gonna break here and here and here. Look like this gonna get break at least, you know. Yeah, I did this live for you because I want you to understand like algorithm principles. Yeah, and if you're gonna, you know, this is the breaker that's on EU, right? High, low, higher high, the less up close candle before the down move, they took liquidity and displaced higher. This is the candle, and inside that candle, this is the 15 minutes fair value and the 5-minute fair value. But let's delete the 5-minute for now. So you see how the algorithm works. But yeah, for now I won't be taking anything. I'm just showing you the fact it touched the fair value and then went down and then touched it again. So it's pretty interesting what it's gonna do. It might be still being bearish till some time, bullish till some time. That's why like if you take like this type of setups, you wanna take, you know, just for, you know, you wanna take most of it off by the time you're already here. In my opinion, that's how I trade. You can hold it, but like you need to have your higher time frame stuff really on point. And yeah, let's look at indices. Yeah, so indices, this is the 3 a.m. Candle, 3 a.m. candle, touched the fair value and broke. Could have entered here, because remember Dixie was bullish. Another fair value created around what time is it? 3 and 3 minutes. You know, could have entered to sell. And look, indices move really strong, so if you catch the right moves, you can really let it rip, if you get what I'm saying, because the forex moves slower. Yeah, it just seemed like it kind of relaxing. Let's see. Yeah, over here again the silver bullet. You see how effective is the silver bullet? Boom, look at the respect. Boom, 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 boom. Look at the respect of the 3 a.m. exactly fair value. And if you look at 3 a.m., 3 a.m. went higher with a wick, swept, and displaced lower. So watch how much thing happen with this move. And yeah, and basically everything is correlated with one another. Just something more correlated and less correlated. You see what happening with Dixie? Ended up respecting the breaker and the, what more is that? The breaker, the 5-minute breaker inside the 50%, 15-minute fair value. So some people just trade like higher time frame, because what I showed you is a lower time frame. So people, they trade higher time frame and they see, you know, the breaker, so they will probably want to enter on, let's say, you know, the 50% on the breaker, put stop loss, I don't know, around here, target, first target probably around here, second target probably around here, you know, third target probably somewhere around here. You know, it still be hitting if you trade a 5-minute. I'm just like, I can detect reversals really good on a 1-minute, you know. But yeah, just goes to show also the fact that I want you to be able to see this stuff, but it will take you some time. So, you know, just keep at it. Like when you're gonna have time and be more free from your work, it's gonna be really good, because you'll be able to kind of watch the charts a lot and get good really fast. Amen, you know. Yeah, so you see this liquidity, what you have above, an order block and a balanced price range. So that over here liquidity went higher, touched something, broke, created liquidity, then swept everything into here, and then broke again. So that was another thing that kind of like when I said, oh, they're probably gonna start melting more and more. That was what I was looking for. The reason they didn't break this one. So till they broke this one, I was still in a kind of bearish order flow. Because if you see that displacement was nice, kinda, but didn't break this. So it kind of telling me that it's just a Judas, you know, because it didn't break this point, and I want to see the point that took liquidity. Because another reason, this is what is called a high resistance liquidity. High resistance liquidity. This high took liquidity and broke. So this is high resistance for the algo to break. So the algo didn't break it and went down. This is low resistance because it wait, how can I, this is low resistance. Nothing took the, no high took the other high. So we're just doing, you know, just a trend line. Low resistance, high resistance, like when it come to break here, it much stronger. You see this point here, it's much stronger for the algo. So that's another thing you can look at. Yeah, let's see. Okay, reacted for the bearish, for the breaker, went down. Euro almost filled the 1 hour fair value. Yeah. Yeah, okay, we're done for now. I hope you find something useful and you will study it and ask me questions if you have.